Hi everybody, Billy here with Billy's Joint. We show old movies, TV shows, serials, and tonight we have a cool double feature with Chandu the Magician and Phantom of Chinatown, which is a Mr. Wong movie starring Keye Luke. Boris Karloff did the first 5 movies, and Keye Luke was brought in for this 6th and final film. But first up, we have Chandu the Magician. It's an American old-time radio show from 1931 to 1936 was its origin. And then it came back 12 years later for another big run. So there are lots of episodes of the old-time radio show, Chandu the Magician. So the background on Chandu is he's an American who goes to India and meets with this yogi who teaches him astral projection, teleportation, and the ability to create illusions. And his mission is to go forth with his strength and youth and conquer the evil that threatens mankind. So the plot of this one is Edmund Lowe is Chandu. He's sent to Egypt to deal with a megalomaniac named Roxor, who's played by Bela Lugosi. Now, Roxor kidnaps Chandu's brother-in-law, and the brother-in-law has invented this light beam that goes halfway around the world. And Roxor wants this beam for his plans of world domination, like any evil genius, you know. So that's the show, and here we go. I'll be back with some more trivia questions, but here we go. Chandu the Magician.
Chandu the Magician.
In the 3 years that thou hast dwelt among us, thou hast conquered the Atma of the Spirit, and found thy reward in the powers proclaimed by Shiva. Thou shalt look into the eyes of men, and they shall be a straw in thine hands. Thou shalt cause them to see what is not there, even unto a gathering of 12 times 12. My son, I proclaim thee one of the sacred company of the yogi, and bestow upon thee the name of Chandu. Thou hast done well, my son. To few indeed of thy race have the secrets of the yogi been revealed.
To you, my teacher, I express my thanks. What more can I learn?
Nothing now. The world needs thee. Go forth in thy youth and strength and conquer the evil that threatens mankind. I have gazed in the crystal and have seen the forces of death and destruction rising from the brain of a madman. Look.
Who is this man?
This man is Roxor, last of an ancient family that lived in Alexandria. He has built a home in the rock temple of Meidun that stands on the great cliffs above the third cataract of the Nile.
Why am I appointed to fight this man?
It is fate who has chosen thee for the task, my son. And because no man fights so well as when he is protecting his loved ones, fate has thrown thine own family in the path of this human monster. Look.
Dorothy, my sister.
Yes. Her husband has brought his family to Cairo so that he may be near his friend Roxor. This man, Regent, has a secret of enormous power.
Yes, for years, my brother-in-law has worked to perfect a death ray strong enough to destroy whole cities. But he's never found it.
death ray in the hands of Roxor means an end to goodness, an end to all that is noble, all that is sane.
But surely the police must be able to find some trace of him. Oh, please telephone me as soon as you have any news at all. Thanks.
Oh, Mother. Mother, you mustn't worry. I'm sure we'll hear from Father soon.
Mother, look at the letters I found.
Where did you get the letters?
In the laboratory.
The laboratory? You didn't go out there in the dark now.
Oh, Mother, how can anyone be hanging around the garden in this sandstorm? I thought I might find some clues in them.
But you mustn't go outside again.
Why? Did you see something?
Tell me, did you bolt the door when you came through?
I don't remember.
What did you see, Mother?
Nothing, Bobby. Maybe foolish. But I thought I saw a face peering in at that window.
Oh, Mother, let's go away from here.
We can't, dearest. Not until we have some news from your father.
Listen. I thought I heard a door close.
What's that?
Well, what's the matter? Don't you recognize me?
Oh, Frank! Oh.
There, now, don't cry. Don't cry. I've come here to help you find Robert.
Uncle Frank, you know about Father?
Yes, dear.
Do you know where
I
he
want
is?
to talk to you alone, Dorothy. My, Betty Lou, how you've grown. And Bobby, too. But he's too big to kiss.
I'm sure we're grown up pretty nearly, Uncle Frank, so why can't we stay and hear what you know about Father?
I'll tell you everything later, boy.
But there's something I want to know now.
What's that?
What was that bell that rang just before you came in?
That was an astral bell. It tells you when a yogi is near.
You're really a yogi now?
Mm-hmm. And when I hear that bell, I know it's a warning from a yogi that danger threatens. What's that?
It's only a friar dog down by the river.
Oh. Now that I know your plans, no money on earth would persuade me to sell you the secret of the death ray. If you try to approach me again, I shall denounce you to the authorities. I'm convinced you are a madman and should be dealt with accordingly. Do you know whom this letter was intended for?
No.
Roxor.
Roxor?
I'm sure of it. Robert's his prisoner.
Where?
That I don't know. I tried to communicate with his mind, but the crystal revealed nothing. He must be...
Dead?
No. Just probably drugged, that's all. Unconscious. Robert Regent, I'm calling. Calling. You see, it's useless. I'm calling and there's no response.
aren't you here?
Roxor,
Where did you see Roxor?
at the wine cellar of El Bajo.
Open in the name of Osiris to blind eyes, sealed lips, deaf ears. I wish to see Roxor.
The Effendi is speaking with a friend and may not be disturbed.
He will see me. Tell him it is Princess Naji.
Bring the princess here. You must not let her find you here, Abdallah. I don't know yet whether she is to be a friend or an enemy.
If she proves to be an enemy, I beg you let me deal with her.
What? Do you hate the Princess Naji?
I hate her, yet I want her more than I've ever wanted a woman before.
Very well, Abdallah. If Naji opposes me and you serve me well, there shall be a new slave in your harem. Come in. Let me have your cloak. That I may not feast my eyes on your lovely figure.
Why have you sent for me, Roxor?
Why? To offer you my friendship.
Oh, here we are.
Yes, but how are we going to get in?
You're not going in. You're going to stay here and watch.
But it'd be much more fun to go in with you.
Listen, Bucky. In case anything happens to me, your mother and Betty Lou will need a man to protect them. Stay here.
You have the word, brother? Open the name of Osiris, the blind eyes, sealed lips, deaf ears.
But my people are happy and contented. The great dams have multiplied our crops 100-fold.
What if I destroy those dams?
What?
Yes. And I can do it with one blast from my death ray.
Then where will your people be? More than 1 billion tons of water will sweep down on them, drowning them like rats. The greatest floods in the biblical deluge.
So, unless my people will join in making you a modern pharaoh, you will annihilate them.
Pharaoh. I shall be greater than any pharaoh. Civilization and all its works shall be destroyed. Men shall return to savagery, knowing only one supreme intelligence. Me.
You see, you're my prisoner. Every man in this house is my servant.
You can't keep me here.
I shall try. You are to be sent to a friend of mine as a present.
me, master.
Take this woman through the tunnel to the river. Their boat is waiting.
Come. Come, Naji, quick.
Chandu!
Come.
What's the matter with you?
Stop them! Stop those two!
Trivia question, very simple one. Many of you will know this, some will not. What was Bela Lugosi's final film? Very simple. Bela Lugosi's final film, and I'll have the answer at the end of the show.
Everything aboard, Ahmed?
Yes, Effendi.
Very well.
Mother, is she a real princess? Yes, Betty. Uncle Frank says she's descended from a long line of ancient Egyptian kings.
And are we really going to her palace?
No, Bobby. We're going to her dahabeah.
Her daha what?
Oh, Bobby, don't you know that's a houseboat?
And the princess says we'll have to travel all night by camelback. Won't that be great?
Wasn't it strange that chance should have sent you to look for Roxor just when I needed you most?
It wasn't chance, Najee. It was fate. I mean, it was fate that brought me in front of that door.
At first, I didn't recognize you.
But you see, it's 3 years since last we met. Remember?
Yes, those days in Paris. I thought a lot about them.
I know. In a yogi monastery, there's a pool where you can see the face of anyone who's thinking of you.
And did you see my face in it?
If you would have looked in it, you would have seen mine much often.
Mother, do you think the princess can help us in finding Father? I don't know, darling, but Uncle Frank says we'll be much safer as her guests than to be left here alone.
Well, I shouldn't be frightened anywhere with Uncle Frank. Oh, look, there are the camels.
El Mahafi, are you ready to leave?
Yes, Princess, and tomorrow's sun will see us there.
Kush. Kush. You bloomin' idiot. Don't you understand plain English? Booly boo Kush. Oh, why don't you kneel down when I ask you to? Oh, I wish I had it.
Miggles.
Captain Chandler.
That's all right, Miggles. Don't salute me or don't call me Captain Chandler. We're out of the army now. What are you doing in that funny-looking get-up?
Nursemaid to a blooming camel. Oh, I'm so happy I met you, Captain. You've got to get me out of this. You've got to give me a job. I'll work for you for nothing. After all, I was a good orderly, wasn't I, sir?
Are you still drinking, Miggles?
Well, sir, changing the subject. Do you still do your magic tricks?
Oh, much better ones. Look at me. Now look behind you.
Take off your hat.
Why, you dirty little snooper.
Oh, me?
Oh, he can talk. Oh, take him away. Oh, make him go away.
That's all right, Miggles. He's only in your mind.
Oh, don't tell me I'm going balmy. He's gone.
How would you like to take a very dangerous trip with me?
Sure. You know me. I love danger.
All right, then. Come on.
Oh, thank you, Captain. Thank you.
But every time you get drunk, you're going to see that little fellow. Understand?
I understand. Oh, my goodness, Governor, this is the finish. When a man starts to see things like that, well, it's time to quit.
Okay, you all right, Princess Naji?
Yes.
Galamsey!
Biggles, behave.
I can't thank you enough, Naji. Now that Dorothy and the children are safe, I'll be free to find Robert.
I think I can help you.
You, Naji?
Yes. Roxor has been seen by some of my people near the ruins of Maydoun.
Where are they?
On the third cataract.
How far is it?
Not very far. My boat can be there in 24 hours.
Go straight to Roxor and inform the master that the princess and the foreigner are on their way to rescue Regent. Tell him I will see that the white man gets no further than the houseboat.
And now tell me, have you married since I saw you last?
No. That's one feat of magic that requires a beautiful assistant.
But you've been in love.
All the time.
I might have known. There are too many charming women in the world.
Not too many. Well, now, don't misunderstand me, Naji. All the time in love. But always with the same woman.
Do I know her?
You should. She was a present to your father and mother on your birthday.
You're never serious, are you?
Never so serious as now, Naji. Tell me, have you found someone?
Even if I had, my life belongs to my people.
You know, you told me that 3 years ago.
You think I'm foolish, don't you?
No, dear. Just very, very young. And making an unnecessary sacrifice.
Sometimes I think so, too.
Hello. You have a visitor.
His name is Abdullah. He's been coming here very often lately.
Oh, I see.
For the white man. It is Roxor who commands.
I'll order some refreshments. Allie, some wine. You must be choked with sand and dust.
You're right. I love the looks of the desert, but I hate the taste of it.
I thought I'd pay you a surprise visit. I'm afraid I'm rather in the way.
No, not at all. But unfortunately, my boat is starting at once.
And is the gentleman I just saw making this romantic trip with you?
Romantic is hardly the word.
With a woman as lovely as you are, Naji, it couldn't be business.
You have a strange way of paying compliments, Abdullah.
Who is this friend of yours?
He is called Chandu.
Chandu?
Beg pardon, Captain. Is this where the danger starts?
Not yet.
That's funny. A telephone way out here. Strange.
You haven't told me yet. Why are you going up the Nile?
You know Roxor?
Roxor? Oh, is he that crazy scientist who lives in one of the rock temples?
Yes.
No, I've never met him. See the man you're going to visit?
I understand that Roxor had discovered many valuable relics of the 12th Egyptian dynasty.
Drink. Go on, drink. This wine is poison.
Oh, Robert Regent, I'm calling. Robert Regent, I am calling.
Robert Regent, where are you? Look. Look. The crystal's clearing at last.
The great rock temple at Maydoun.
Roxor is trying to build a huge death ray. It's Robert. He's still alive.
Roxor is there.
Robert hasn't told him the secret.
Oh, he'll torture him until he does.
That's your servant. The man who gave us the poisoned wine. Roxor is punishing him because he failed.
Chandu, this man is heartless. Roxor will kill him.
Not as long as he has any hope of forcing Robert to give up his secret.
What was that message the Arab just brought?
I don't know. Naji, you say you know the way to this temple?
Yes.
Quiet, Nichols, quiet.
Captain!
Quiet, Nichols, quiet. Nichols, stay here and keep watch.
Yes, Captain.
Why, come on, Nichols.
Oh, Captain! Captain!
What's the matter? What's happened?
One of them blooming stone idols hopped off his perch and ran away, and he pinched my head.
You've been drinking again, have you?
So help me, Governor, it's true. I swear it on the heads of me unborn children. Captain, look!
Chandu!
Fear not, Princess. You are to live, but you will see your friends die.
Oh, Mother!
Before we die, accept my blessing. My will shall be your will. Now I command you. Take me to the offending Professor Robert Regent.
He is not here.
Speak the truth.
The master has taken him away.
Where to?
To the secret market of Bab Ducala. There, unless he speaks, he will see his daughter's soul as a slave.
What does it mean?
It means that Roxor can do nothing by threatening Robert, so he's kidnapped Bela Lugosi. Come.
Mate! Oh, Captain! Oh. Nichols! Oh, Governor, take away those snakes.
Come on, Nichols, pick up your gun. Pick up your gun.
Take it away! Take it away! Take it away! Take it away! Never another drop, so help me.
Are you ready to tell me the secret of the death ray?
No.
You still may change your mind.
Never.
do? My child. What are you going to do with her?
That depends on you. Will you tell me the secret of the ray?
No.
Take her to the block.
No.
No.
Don't.
Father!
Don't.
Please.
Don't take her. Don't.
Father! Please, I don't want to go.
Let her go.
You shall stand at that window and see her soul.
Kill me if you will, but let her go.
Marandi! Let's stop! Let's stop! Rufinania! Come here, Haran!
Courage, Betty Lou.
It's not too late to save her.
No. Whatever happens to me or mine, I'll never tell you. Master! Alice, save us! I saw to go with mine own eyes. This is magic. Alice, be praised!
never passed the gate, Master. When these hands tried to seize him, there was nothing there but a burnous. That one. The devil!
Now I know who is fighting us. Chandu, a man who has at his command the wizardry of the East.
What is his power?
Hypnotism, nothing more.
Is there no way through which we can attack him?
Yes, one. Samson's strength was in his hair. Chandu's strength is in his eyes.
Mother, here they are. Oh, Betty. Bobby!
My poor child.
Mother, dear, please don't worry about me. Too dreadful to see Father like that. His face drawn with agony. So desperate.
Don't act unfair.
Now, Dorothy, don't worry.
Oh, please, Frank, can't something be done to save him?
I'm going right back after him, dear, as soon as I get fresh horses. There. Miggles, be ready to leave in half an hour.
Yes, sir.
We're going to the Rock Temple.
All right, sir. The Rock Temple, I think he said. This calls for another drink.
Walking idols and guns that turns into snakes. This certainly calls for a drink.
Aren't you ashamed of yourself?
Oh. Me? What for?
For seeing things again.
Now go on. Hop it. Is that a nice way to behave? I thought you was a gentleman.
And I thought you were a gentleman, too. Both mistaken, weren't you?
Don't you talk back at me.
I'm not talking back at you. You're talking to yourself. Miggles, aren't you ashamed of ourselves? Every time you drink that liquor, you're not yourself. If you're not yourself, how am I to know who I am? If you're not you, and I'm not me, then who are we? Neither of us. Miggles, behave.
All right. I give in. I'll never touch another.
Funny little trivia I got from the Lugosi family website. They have a website that's not really been kept up very well, but there's some interesting anecdotes. And one of the daughters said that Bela was a huge, avid cigar smoker. And I guess he didn't want his cigars going out. So his wife, one of 5, would be off stage puffing on the cigar to keep it lit. So when Bela would come off stage, he would have a lit cigar to smoke. I thought that was kind of cool. Another little trivia thing is Bela was a real big fan of California wines. And apparently he also liked Coors beer.
Naji, why this costume?
I'm going with you,
No.
but I might help you.
No, darling. That last trip was too dangerous. I couldn't risk losing you again.
At least I can go as far as the oasis. Please.
If anything happened to you, Naji, dear, do you think I could ever forgive myself?
Do I really mean so much?
More than so much.
The horses is here, sir.
Naji?
No, thank you. You'd better order a horse for me, Miggles.
Oh, that's all right, ma'am. You can have mine.
Miggles, the matter with you? You seem nervous.
Well, it's all this excitement, sir. Could you fix it up for me, sir, so I can have a drink without seeing anything?
You haven't had one all day?
No, sir.
All right, Nichols, you may have one then.
Here's to you, sir.
To you, Nichols.
As I said, sir, here's to you. Or go and take a good swim.
Be careful. This is tear gas. If you break it, it'll blind you.
Well, here we are. Here, keep yourself hidden.
Don't you worry about me. You have more important things on your mind.
Never anything more important than you, Najee, dear.
Sometimes I wonder if you really know the meaning of danger.
I do, darling. I do when it concerns you.
You know, I'm not a bit afraid when we are together. And you speak to me like that.
And when you look at me like that, nothing else matters.
Be careful. If not for your own sake, then for mine.
A bargain. And you, darling, be careful. For mine. Take no chances.
Right away, quick! I'm helpless.
Roxor was right. Your magic comes from your eyes.
Chandu!
Bring him to Roxor.
Only Regent can do it.
Well done, Abdallah. Now I'll have my revenge on Chandu.
Yes, but that doesn't tell you how to operate your death ray.
No?
You followed Regent's plans in building this elaborate machine, but he still withholds the knowledge to release its power.
Regent was near to breaking when he saw his daughter on the slave block, wasn't he?
Yes?
If torture threatens his wife and children, what then, Abdallah? In a few hours, his whole family will be here.
How?
In that cell, he's now writing a letter to them.
Eddie. Is the letter ready? Where's Roxor? He is not here. If you take it to my family, they will reward you. It is only a letter of farewell. The letter will be delivered, Effendi. Thank you.
look, Abdallah.
Wife of Robert Regent. For the wife of the Effendi.
Mother, are you sure that's really from Father?
Look, darling, it's his writing. Oh, wouldn't it be wonderful if we really could save him? We must save him. I'll get ready.
But, Mother, there's no need for you to go. This is a man's job.
But there's no man here.
Well, how about me and Miggles?
How's that, sir?
I was just reminding Mother you were a man.
Why does she have to be reminded?
If I could only get this bandage off my eyes.
Oh, if I could only help you.
Nadji, what a fool I was to let you come with me.
Don't say that, Chandu. If these are to be the last hours of your life, I want them to be mine, too.
If I could only get you out of here, see you safe once again. It doesn't matter what happens to me.
Oh, I feel so much closer to you now than ever before.
Oh, Nadji, I can't think of losing you, now that I've found you again. Tell me, if all this hadn't happened, would you have left Egypt? Gone with me?
You had only to ask, and I'd have followed you anywhere.
If this is the end, Nadji, let me hear you say, I love you.
I love you.
And I love you.
Well, Chandu, we meet at last. It isn't quite as you planned, though, is it?
Remember this, Roxor, that the best laid plans of men sometimes go astray.
What do you mean?
I mean that my will is stronger than yours, that it will conquer you.
It's a lie.
Is it? And why are you afraid to look me in the eyes?
I'm not afraid. Your eyes would have no effect on me.
Then take off this bandage.
If I were alone, I would. These silly natives, they believe your tricks.
You're afraid, I tell you.
Take the bandage from his eyes. Now take it off. Come. Come.
Don't let him fool you. Get rid of him, once and for all.
All right. Rahu Jibulahon. Antijua.
You can't do that. You can't bury him alive.
Why not? It was a favorite punishment among the priests of Isis who built this temple.
No.
You'd be far better off to kill him.
Why?
Yogis have been known to remain buried for days.
Yes. But not underwater.
No!
Amshi!
No! No!
Roxor! Roxor!
Why are you calling him?
I'll tell him how to work the machine.
No, but you mustn't. You said it would mean death to millions.
I'm going to, I tell you, if you let you and the children go.
We won't go. We won't save our lives at such a cost.
Quite a family reunion.
Let them go, Roxor, I beg of you. Let them go.
There is a way out of this cell, and I'll show it to them. But not while you are in there.
Just let me stay here. I don't care what you do with me.
Look. I told you there was a way out, Regent. That is the river down there where your friend Chandu has gone.
Mercy, Roxor. Stop! Close it! Close it!
Will you tell me now?
Stop!
You'll show me how to work the next ray.
Yes. Yes.
Will the beam carry?
Halfway around the world.
Hurry! Is it ready? Yes. Back to his cell.
King of all.
That lever is my scepter.
London, New York, Imperial Rome.
I can blast them all into a heap of smoking ruins.
Cities of the world shall perish. All that lives shall know me as master and tremble at my word. Paris, city of fools, proud of their Napoleon. What will they think when they feel the power of Roxor? In England, its sacred tradition, its king, its triumph, its navy, will be helpless. They shall bow before me in worship
Me, Roxor. I will destroy the dams of the Keye, and its roaring floods shall sweep down upon hundreds and thousands, drowning them like rats. Roxor, the god, whose hand deals death.
Stop! I command you!
Take your hand from that control. No, you don't frighten me. You can't move that lever. I'll move it now, and you're standing right in the bottom of the ray. Your hand is powerless to move, Roxor. It's a lie. You shall be the first man for the ray to kill. I have come out of a coffin from the depths of the Nile. My will brought me here, and that will is stronger than yours. You are helpless. No! Stop your hands. Now stand there. Don't move. Turn.
Robert, are you safe? Are you all right?
There.
Don't.
There. I've doubled the speed of the generator. The voltage is mounting. The ambience at 5 feet. The machine will explode in a moment.
Get out of here, quick!
Not that way, Frank.
I'm all right. Hurry!
For years I've wanted you, and now I've got you.
You beast!
There's no use fighting.
Nazi! 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 Nazi!
Chandu, look out!
Nazi!
Are you all right, Nazi dear?
Uncle Frank! Uncle Frank!
Children! Dorothy!
Thank heaven you're safe, Frank.
Oh, that was brave of you, Robert, to set the machine to destroy even your whole family, rather than give it to Roxor.
Ah!
Where can we get a drink?
You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Come on.
Way down in old Virginia, 300 years ago, Captain John Smith and Pocahontas trapped their meat and aged it slow. They smoked it and they spiced it too, for flavor at its best. Genuine Smithville barbecue surpasses all the rest.
Most great American traditions get better with the tellin', but James River's Smithfield barbecue gets better with the eatin'. At Smithfield, we still use the same famous recipe of herbs and spices. Our barbecue is still slow simmered in our secret sauce to perfection. And just like always, James River's Smithfield barbecue is good enough to be a great snack, hearty enough to fill a pioneer's appetite. You'll understand why John Smith stayed in Old Virginia. One of the best things about this tradition is we make it quick and easy for you. Be sure to visit our concession stand now for James River's Smithfield Barbecue.
I hope you guys liked Chandu the Magician. Next up is Phantom of Chinatown. It's from 1940. It was the 6th Mr. Wong film. Boris Karloff was Mr. Wong in the first 5 films, and they brought in Keye Luke here for the 6th film. And the plot goes like this. This researcher, this professor, went to Mongolia, where he found scrolls and various things that indicate the location of a big oil reserve that the Chinese government would be very interested in. So he's at this forum presenting his findings, and he just falls over. And they think it's from exhaustion, but it turns out he was poisoned. So they bring in James Wong to investigate, So here we go. I'll be back with a couple fun facts. Here we go. Keye Luke in Phantom of Chinatown.
Regent preceded us, and soon the camel train was arriving at our base camp. Our days were filled with protests of the patient beasts who seemed to sense the dangerous journey before them. At this time, may I express my appreciation to the one man whose patience, sympathy, and understanding more than anyone else made our expedition possible. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Norman Wilkes, the president of Southern University. The camel is, like most patient souls, more than a little stubborn, and the packing developed into an endurance contest between the beasts and the attendants. It's too bad this young man wasn't a few years older. I'm sure he could have solved the entire problem. As you laugh at these people, ladies and gentlemen, bear in mind that at one time in history, under Genghis Khan, they ruled the world. And that reminds me of another unsung hero, a man whose industry and devotion were responsible for the photographic records of our journey. Charlie Frazier, our cameraman. But at last even the camels were subdued and we started on our trek. A journey that is to uncover the tomb of an emperor and bring to light one of Earth's great secrets. Followed days of monotonous sameness as we plodded onward into the desert, broken only by occasional visits of our plane, which faithfully flew along our route, delivering mail, needed supplies, and bringing back our sick and injured. We had a signal arranged to tell them when we wanted them. You must realize that this is more than a travelogue. We have all the elements of drama, promised reward, obstacles to overcome, even a suggestion of romance, which explains the frequent trips of our airplane. My daughter Louise is with the caravan, and Tommy Dean was piloting the plane. Our objective was a hitherto undiscovered country across the mountains. As we started to climb, the temperature dropped precipitately until we were in the snow country. As you can see by the way the camels are floundering, this was not the easiest part of our journey. But at last the summit was reached, and we began descent toward our objectives. I promised you all an interesting surprise. Here it is, the discovery of the Emperor's tomb, whose whereabouts had remained a mystery for centuries. The shock of discovery was too much for sudden realization after the hardships of our journey. But gradually, the enormity of our find possessed us. We called to each other in our excitement and rushed into the tomb.
Back out of the way, boys. Out of the way. Here it is. We found it. The tomb. Oh, my camera. I ought to be photographing this.
Find the crypt.
Oh, excuse me, Mason.
Oh, my fault, sir. Did you find anything?
Yes, the sarcophagus, in there. Louise, tell me. Fraser,
What is it, Father?
I found it, the sarcophagus. You did where? In here, come on, I'll show you.
Oh, well, what do you know?
Our Chinese bearers had warned us of a curse on the tomb. I can't say as to that. I only know that our troubles began from that moment. A violent windstorm descended upon us, threatening our camp. We all worked hard to combat the elements, buoyed by the success of our expedition. Mason, our co-pilot, seemed very much moved. He started out to revisit the tomb, but he must have got lost in the treacherous storm, for by morning he had not returned. The wind increased in violence. The searching party returned, without Mason. I would like to take this opportunity to pay tribute to Mason, this gallant member of our party who did so much to help achieve our success. Our Chinese bearers became fear-stricken as the storm grew worse. I was faced with a horrible decision: to wait and endanger the lives of our whole party or press on. I decided on the latter course. It was only when I began the difficult task of translating the scroll that I really found out the magnitude of our discovery. The more I studied its contents, the more I realized that I
Turn on the lights.
What happened? Did he faint?
Looks like it.
What's wrong, Louise?
I don't know, Jimmy. Something's happened to Father. I'm sorry you didn't hear and see what there was at the lecture, Jimmy. Father will be disappointed.
My only excuse is that I misunderstood the time. Perhaps we can run the pictures again.
I hope so. Jimmy was one of Dad's favorite pupils.
I never could get much interested in archaeology.
But you can fly a plane.
And after all, there are many reasons for wanting to go on an archaeological trip to China.
Here's the complete camera report. I've arranged to store the film and... Are you listening to me?
Yes, of course. Thank you. Oh, I wish they'd hurry. Doctor's been up there a long time.
No, don't worry. Your dad's been under a strain. The work and study preparing for the lecture's been too much for him.
Miss Louise,
Yes, Jonas?
you are wanted upstairs.
Of course. Excuse me.
Police?
Police. This way, sir. See if nobody leaves here, Grady.
What's all the excitement about?
I don't know, but it must be serious. That was Captain Street of the Homicide Squad.
Homicide?
Yes,
That means that Dr. Benton?
I'm afraid so. You can't keep murder out of the newspapers.
We have no proof that he was murdered.
Your own doctor says he was poisoned. You tell me he was stricken during a lecture. Doesn't look like suicide to me. What I want to know is who had the brilliant idea of removing the body.
I did. It wasn't the body. It was my very dear friend, Dr. Benton. We all supposed that he'd collapsed from overwork. It would have been inhuman to have left him on the floor.
Yeah, but it might have helped me a little. I'm supposed to photograph a body at the scene of the crime. I got work to do, prints, clues, routine to go through.
Perhaps this wasn't a routine crime.
Who are you?
My name is Wong, James Lee Wong.
How do you fit into this?
Dr. Benton had just returned from the interior of China. I'm Chinese.
Are you Chinese, too?
Yes, sir.
Two of you work together?
I never saw her until an hour ago.
You sent for me, sir? Oh, yeah. What did Dr. Benton have for lunch?
Des hors d'oeuvre, filet meunière, des pommes de terre julienne, des petits pois et du café.
That's fine. Did everybody else have the same thing?
Everybody except Miss Winland.
What'd she have, chop suey?
No, sir. She had a cup of coffee and a piece of apple pie. She has had the same lunch every day for a month.
You mean she eats here all the time?
She lives here. Winland is, or I should say was, Dr. Benton's secretary.
All right. What do the rest of you do?
I was airplane pilot on the expedition.
And I was the cameraman. I ran the projection machine at the lecture.
What's your racket?
Research.
Who else was with him at the lecture?
The doctor's daughter, whom you met upstairs, the trustees of the university, and a few friends.
Who was with him when he died?
Jonas and I.
Did he say anything? Research.
Oh, as a matter of fact, he did. Of course, I didn't mention it before because it didn't make sense.
Well, come on, what'd he say?
Well, we could hardly hear him. It was something about eternal fire and that Winland will...
What do you know about this?
Why, nothing at all. I have no idea what the doctor meant.
When Dr. Benton phoned me, he hinted at something important he had found.
There was the scroll.
Did you help him translate it?
No, Dr. Benton wouldn't let anyone see it.
Oh, wait a minute. Scroll, eternal fire, translation. What is all this?
Well, the doctor was telling us about finding an ancient scroll in the tomb of the Ming Emperor.
Where is it now?
In the safe.
Who has the combination?
Dr. Benton and Dr. Wilkes.
Of course. Being president of the college, I have the combinations of every safe on the campus.
Well, come on, let's open it.
All right. Why, there's nothing in there.
The scroll's gone?
Yeah.
Yeah, and so's my patience. Now listen. I'm sick of scrolls, translations, eternal fires. I'm going to have just a slight dash of murder mystery. Police headquarters. Homicide. Hello, this is Street speaking. I want you to send some men up to room number 4, lecture room number 4 at the Southern University. That's right, Doc Benton's place. Yeah. You know, prints, photographs, the works. Yeah.
Chinese exchange, please.
Chinese exchange.
Wo Lang Tan.
Wolong Tang.
Yes? Torino.
Yeah?
That was Jonas. He says there's a Chinese named Wong sticking his nose in.
Jonas must have been scared. The house is full of cops, and he takes a chance on phoning us.
Well, I only hope our Jonas doesn't turn out to be our Jonah.
Yeah. Certain people would give a lot to know that you didn't die in that Chinese desert.
Wong, eh? I wonder who he's working for.
Well, you figure that out.
Good evening, fool. Late again, huh?
You late. Me no late. You always late. Fix breakfast, no breakfast. Fix lunch, you no lunch. How you expect find killer? You no can find home.
How you know I look all the same killer?
You go Dr. Benton. Dr. Benton die. I read his paper.
Nice going. Maybe I ought to let you hunt killer while I stay home and cook.
You cook? Heh.
Fooey.
My name not Fooey. Name Foo.
Well, it may be Foo in China, but in America, it's Fooey.
Huh. How Dr. Benton killed?
Poison.
What kind poison?
Nobody knows until the police surgeon performs an autopsy.
Sure. Maybe Dr. Benton had bad cook. What's the matter? You play games?
No, there's something wrong with these pictures.
There's nothing wrong with soup. You eat them.
Fool! That's it. I've got it.
You got what?
I've got what's wrong with the pictures. The water pitcher. Look. See this picture? Dr. Benton as he started the lecture? See the water pitcher on the table? See this picture of the lecture room after Dr. Benton's collapse? Where's the water pitcher?
Not this one. We have a 25 year. You father bling him.
Why didn't I think of that before?
Everybody crazy.
It's 8-ball time. You know, he's gotten over his COVID bout. My birthday's coming up. I want to know, am I going to go to Vegas for my birthday? Let's see what the 8-ball says. Indications say yes. That's good news.
Fingerprints, 25 suspects, Chinese temples, a missing scroll, an eternal fire. What a case. Hello. Yeah, Doc. Yeah, okay, thanks. And now some kind of an alkaloidal poison nobody knows anything about. Hey, Grady, come here. What do you think that is? Maybe it's the eternal fire. Can't you two find any other place to nick?
He's hurt.
Hurt? I'll say he is.
Out like a red lantern.
Wong, snap out of it, oh boy. What happened?
Oh, I was searching the grounds and something hit me.
You see who hit you?
No.
What were you looking for?
This.
I don't know how you're mixed up in all of this, but maybe you got something. You figure the poison was in the drinking water all the time, right?
Right. And in the excitement following Dr. Benton's collapse, the murderer threw the water pitcher and glass out the window.
The window was open during the lecture.
How do you know?
I opened it. Dr. Benton asked me to.
Whoever hit you on the head was probably looking for pieces of this, huh?
Yes. He probably found the pitcher. Being heavy, it didn't break. Luckily, I held that piece of the glass in my hand.
Luckily for you, it didn't cut your hand off.
Yeah. You sure you didn't hear or see anyone?
Not exactly. I did see what appeared to be a flashlight in a shrubbery.
Now it's your turn.
I, too, saw light in the shrubbery. I hurried over and found Mr. Wong lying on the ground. I was doing my best to revive him when you arrived.
Sure you didn't hit him on the head in the first place?
Positive. But I did hear someone running away.
Oh. A mysterious character shrouded in darkness. What were you doing snooping around the grounds?
I wasn't snooping. I was on my way here. You asked me to come.
Oh, yeah, that's right, I did. In the habit of carrying a flashlight?
Why, no.
No, of course not. It's too simply simple. How do we even know that's the glass Doc Benton drank out of?
We don't. But a simple laboratory test.
Yeah, I know all about that. All right, you two, run along.
Thank you, Captain. Coming?
Grady, take that down to the laboratory and have it tested for poison.
Where will you be?
I'll check with you later at the station. Beat it.
Yes, sir.
Can I take you somewhere?
No, thanks. I'm due at Dr. Benton's.
Well, that's good. You'll have no trouble reaching there. However, if you're not going to Dr. Benton's, be careful. You're going to be followed.
Are you sure I'm going to be followed?
We're going to be followed. Is that better?
Much.
Feel like talking?
Of course. What shall we talk about?
Scrolls. Ancient ones from Chinese temples. What was on it?
I don't know. Usually these scrolls are merely a detailed survey of all the Emperor's possessions.
Dr. Benton hinted of something important. Did he tell you what it was?
No. He said the lecture was the time and place to reveal it.
Then his discovery may have been the reason for the murder and the theft.
I don't know. Merely as a museum piece, the scroll was very valuable.
Granted. But why couldn't it have indicated the location of some hidden treasure?
Mr. Wong, I believe you've been reading too many detective stories. He's following all right. I've got to get away. Will you help me?
That depends.
I'm not running out, but there's something I must do. I can't explain. You've got to trust me.
Hang on.
All right, where's the girl?
The girl?
Yeah, you know. You left the lecture hall with her. Win Lin.
Why, Captain, have you been following me?
Now cut out the clown, and where is she?
She must have disappeared.
All right, wise guy. I got the number of that cab, and I'm going to have her picked up. Police headquarters. Hello, give me homicide. It's the street speaking. Send out an order to have a taxi cab picked up. Number 5U7511. Yeah, that Chinese girl got away. Win Lin. I want her picked up. Who? Put him on. Hello, Grady. Yeah? Yeah? Well, thanks. Okay, say listen. Hold the phone a minute. Now get this. I'm with this Wong fella. His address is on Grant Avenue. I want you to check it. Send a good man up there to go over his place with a fine-tooth comb. Yeah. I'll keep him busy for an hour. Okay. Well, you were right. They found poison on that glass. Corresponds with the poison in Doc Bennett's stomach. Sure must have been potent.
Probably an oriental vegetable poison. Wen Lin would know about that, wouldn't she? Yes, or any of the other members of the expedition. They were all in China.
Yeah. You better take a little ride with me.
Are you taking me in?
Why? What have you been doing?
Nothing that you don't know about.
No. No, as a matter of fact, I want a little help. I'll have one of my boys pick your car up. Come on.
How much?
$2 even, sir. Thank you very much.
You know, I'm pretty much of a down-to-earth cop. Chinese temples, and eternal fires, and manuscripts. A little out of my line. But you're Chinese. What do you think of it?
My countrymen dress ordinary things in fanciful language. Eternal fire may be something down to earth.
Well, maybe. Let's see, there's Wen Lin, and then there's Louise Benton, although I don't think she'd poison her own father. Then there's that Tommy, what's his name, the aviator, and Fraser, the cameraman. I think you and I better get a complete list of that expedition, don't you?
It would help. Also a list of the people at the lecture. Whoever poisoned the water was at the lecture. He couldn't very well take a chance on that water being tasted by someone else.
He or she, I mean. I'm not forgetting Wen Lin. Whoever did it sneaked up there in the dark during the lecture and put the poison in the water.
Possibly. Though you'd think Wen Lin would have seen that. She was facing away from the screen. It's more likely
that Wen Lin fixed the whole thing.
Except for one thing.
What's that?
Well, in all the murder mysteries I've read and seen, the person they throw all the suspicion on is never the murderer.
Maybe this is one time they'll cross up the formula.
Oh, that's too much to hope for. By the way, where's the film that they ran this afternoon?
Fraser, that cameraman has it. Why?
Everybody has one advantage on us. They've heard the lecture and seen the pictures. Why don't we take a look? If nothing else happens, at least we'll be even with the rest of them.
Well, that's a good idea. I got an hour to spare. Might as well spend it at the movies.
Hello. Yes, speaking. Where?
The Green Dragon.
Well, who is this? Hello. Hello.
Doesn't look like anybody's home.
No.
No.
Hey, look in there. Hit that light.
Fraser. Oh. Hello.
Here, take this.
Huh? Oh. What happened? Why, I got a phone call asking me to meet Win Lin at the Green Dragon. I started out, got suspicious, turned around, came home, and the roof fell in on me.
Was it Win Lin on the phone?
I thought it was. Have a drink?
No, thanks.
Didn't you see anyone when you came in?
No, it was dark.
Somebody's searching the place. They must have heard us coming. Got any idea what they were looking for?
No, there's nothing worth taking except... Well, thanks to you fellas, they didn't have time to do much damage in here.
Where's the film of the expedition?
Oh, I have it right here on this machine. I've been working on it.
Well, that's what we came to see.
My projection machine is still at the university. However, I can run it through this moviola for you. We use this for cutting. Stop and start as you please.
That's fine, if you don't mind.
Oh, not at all.
You cut this film yourself?
Oh, sure. It's a one-man job.
You photographed the interior of the tomb?
Why, yes. There it is.
Where's the scene of Dr. Benton finding the scroll?
Well, I never got that. In fact, I didn't know anything about the scroll until today at the lecture. We were all kind of excited, and when Dr. Benton yelled that he had found the sarcophagus, why, I left the camera and ran with the others.
And you and the others didn't see anything?
So you gave me the duck, put in a phony call to Frazier, and then broke into his house.
That isn't true. I never telephoned.
Then what are you doing here?
I called for some enlargements that Dr. Wilkes wanted. When I arrived, the door was open. There was someone sitting at the desk. As I came in, he turned around with a gun in his hand.
Yeah. Tied you up and put you in the closet. Why don't you tell us what happened? You were searching the place, Frazier caught you, and you conked him.
Then tied herself up and put herself in the closet?
Well, Frazier didn't tie her up and put her in the closet and then knock himself out, did you? Where is he? Hey, Frazier! What are you doing here?
I thought I heard somebody outside.
Yeah, I know. The mysterious stranger again, eh? Police headquarters. Homicide. Hello, this is Street speaking. Send a crew up to Frazier's house. Photographs, fingerprints.
Footprints, too. There may be a mysterious stranger at that.
That's all. Come on.
There was somebody. Listen.
got the license number, but it's probably a stolen car.
Yeah, we better get out of here before somebody calls a cop. Well, it looks like we got the murderer right where he wants us.
Haven't accomplished much, have we?
No, we sure haven't. We were doing all right till Win Lin gave you the slip. She kind of put one over on you, didn't she?
Yeah, looks like it.
Yeah, it's quite a story she told. Wonder what her angle is.
I don't know. But come on up to my apartment and I'll try to find out.
It's too late to find out anything tonight.
Come on up anyway. I'll make you a cup of tea.
What have I got to lose?
Nào mà số cầm về có đó thì ta liền liền đi ngang lăng hồ điều biển đi cô trang là ta gì này mà.
What's the matter, fool?
Nào mà số này cầm về có tái là phang quay lô để thầu tái.
Wait a minute. Calm down. Speak English. This is Captain Street.
Excuse please. Man looks see house. I catch him.
What does he look like?
Big man, big feet.
Where is he now?
He show you. See? I...
Get out of here, you muttonhead. Get out!
One of your men, Captain?
Not as of tomorrow.
Oh, I see. Good work. Now make us some tea, fool. Come on, Captain.
Sorry about having to send that man up here, Jimmy, but you've been so close-mouthed. Hey, what is your angle on this case, anyway?
A group of influential Chinese think the secret of eternal fire is vital to the defense of China.
You mean that this eternal fire is really on the level?
Decidedly. Excuse me. Chinatown Exchange, please. This is James Lee Wong, revered elder, please. Greetings. Only the eyebrows of youth would have the temerity to call the beard of age at such an hour.
How great a blessing is clear perception. Welcome, James Lee. The eternal fire is safe?
Not until Dr. Benton's murder is solved. A daughter of the Moonflower named Win Lin is concerned. Is she known to the friends of China? You have added to my already heavy load of obligation.
Key Luke was an accomplished artist. He worked on King Kong. He also has murals in the Grauman's Chinese Theater. It's a very famous theater that I've been in down on Hollywood Boulevard. And so he was a mural painter. That was his main thing. And that's how he got discovered in Hollywood, because he was already there working on art, you know. So what's interesting about his acting career, he did tons of stuff. He was the original Kato in the Green Hornet series. At one point, he was juggling 3 series at one time. Kung Fu, remember him from that, and Anna and the King, and also Charlie Chan and the Chan Clan. And so he was doing lots of stuff. And they said, I didn't realize this, but I guess he was a guest star quite a bit on MASH. Interesting. Back to the shoe.
The eyes of the blind need no ointment. The sight of the temple is in the hands of China's enemies. It is your duty to see that the secret of eternal fire is not used against her. Health, happiness, and enduring spring.
Sons to mourn at your grave.
Look, I got troubles enough without having to worry about figuring out Chinese proverbs. What about Win Lin?
Now, Captain, just relax. We're going to have a little tea, and then, if you'll pick me up in the morning, I think we can get Win Lin to talk.
Well, why wait till morning?
She won't be going anywhere.
All right, bring on the tea.
What's all this? The sarcophagus from the Chinese tomb, sir, that once contained the body of a Ming emperor.
They tell me that a Chinese archaeological expedition is digging up the body of George Washington in exchange.
Sir?
Well, that gives you a rough idea. Is Win Lin home?
In the library.
Good morning.
Hello, Jimmy. Tommy and I were just leaving. Any news?
Nothing definite. You met Captain Street?
Yes, hello, Captain.
How do you do?
You remember telling me Dean?
Yeah, how are you, Dean? We haven't wanted to bother you, Miss Benton, but have you thought of anything that might help us?
No. No, I've racked my brain, gone over and over the whole expedition.
How about you, Dean? This co-pilot, Mason, for instance. Can you tell us anything about him?
Well, he was a peculiar sort of a duck. However, Fraser might be able to help you. He was a very good friend of Mason's.
Well, if either of you think of anything, let us know.
We will. You gentlemen are out early this morning.
Yeah, never mind that. Let's get down to business.
Have you a few moments?
Of course.
There are a few things I'd like to discuss with you.
But I've already told you everything I know.
As Dr. Benton's secretary, perhaps, but we hoped you'd talk in your official capacity.
Hey, wait a minute. Remember me?
Win Len works for the Chinese government.
What? Is that true?
Yes.
You'd better tell us all you know. I'm sure your country, as well as mine, must want the scroll recovered. Naturally, my sympathies follow my heritage, but after all, I am an American. The secret must not be used against either country.
What is this, a spy plot?
Could very easily be. The scroll contained a clue to the Temple of Eternal Fire. There was a shrine where, according to Chinese legend, there burned an undying column of fire. For centuries, its location was never known. But one thing was clear from all the stories. Oil replenished the flame. Oil seeping through the Earth's surface. There was no doubt that if this shrine really existed, it must be the largest oil deposit in the world.
Why, if that's true, that scroll is worth a fortune.
That's why my government assigned me to Dr. Benton. But I failed. The thief was too clever for me.
Of course, it's too late to prevent Dr. Benton's death. But working together, we still may retrieve the scroll and save other lives.
I'll do all that I can to help.
If that's true, what about that hocus pocus at Fraser's last night?
I don't know. Honestly, I didn't telephone him.
Well, who did?
Fraser said the call was in Chinese. Probably from Chinatown.
Wait a minute. If it was, it can be traced. The Chinatown Exchange lists subscribers by name. After all we have to do is find the operator who called Fraser's house.
Yes, it's all very simple. Well, come on, let's get busy.
That's all, May. Thank you. We handle many phone calls each night, but since we know the approximate time, it is possible that one of the girls will remember. Rose Petal, you were on duty last night?
From 8 until 12.
This is Mr. Wong.
Hello, Jimmy. Jimmy's brother and I went to high school together.
Then perhaps we better let Mr. Wong explain what we want.
Rose, this is Win Len, and this gentleman is Captain Street of the San Francisco Police. We are trying to trace a call to a Mr. Fraser, who lives at the old Cavern of Peace. You know the place?
Yes, it is at the upper left-hand corner of my board.
Rose means that the phone plug's in there on the board as she sits facing it.
Good. Do you remember plugging in a call for there at approximately 8 o'clock last night?
We better let Rose face the board. She might remember.
Fine.
Yes, there was a call from Mr. Fraser.
Where did it come from?
I'm sorry I can't locate it exactly for you. The best I can do is be sure it came from this section.
Oh, that's fine, Rose. At least you've narrowed it down. Thank you so much. You can furnish us a list of the subscribers whose names are in this area?
Of course. That's the waterfront.
Sure. Then all we got to do is check them all and find out which one called Fraser last night.
There are only 12 names.
12 names. And 3 of them are female subscribers. Suppose we leave them to Win Len. You and I can track down the others.
Oh, this is crazy. Just because your friend Rose Petal has a brainwave, we have to check up on every Chinese laundry in town.
The next one's the chop suey parlor. Maybe you'll feel better after a little lunch.
I'll wait for Joe's Steakhouse.
Here we are. Charlie 1.
Welcome, please. You like chop suey?
No, just looking around.
Chow mein, hit for you? No?
No, thanks. You here alone?
Yes, please. Alone. Very hard on one man.
A wise man understands the 7 virtues of peace.
What is one more stone to an overloaded donkey?
Come on, there's no harm in this man. Donkey. May I use your phone?
Sorry, no phone.
What?
No
I
phone.
happen to know there's a phone in here. Where is it? Show it to me. Chop, chop.
No phone, no phone.
Wait a minute. See that? It's pretty, isn't it? That's me. I'm the law. If you don't tell me where that phone is, you're going to get in plenty of trouble.
Let me talk to him.
Bữa đây thế nào? Mấy rồi ba?
Me thôi, cứ cái tên hồi nãy.
Mấy luôn.
Wait a minute. What is all this?
I saw him press that button and trace the wire to that closet. It looks suspicious.
Yeah. Where's the phone?
Please, no phone. Charlie want no trouble.
You're gonna get in plenty of trouble. Come on.
See this wire?
Yeah.
My best clothes.
Oh, shut up.
Looks like a panel.
Yeah, how do you open it, Charlie?
I don't know.
Go on, blast it, Jimmy. Wait a minute, Jimmy. After you, Charlie.
No.
Get in there. You. That's a fine setup. There goes our killer. Did you see that knife?
Charlie 1.
Hey, you!
Going someplace, Charlie?
Well, wanna get you next, look one.
Wanna go in.
Nice work, Jimmy. I was held up. Come on, you and me's gonna have a little talk. Come on. Never mind the double talk. Well, your friend Charlie 1 finally talked. Hey, what'd you put in that note you sent to him?
A little Chinese threat about the bones of his ancestors.
Hey, sure worked. He didn't even want me to leave. Wants to see you, too.
Oh, let him wait a while. What did he have to say? Who were the 2 men?
Said he didn't know their names, only knew them as number 1 and number 4. I showed him every picture in the place, but he didn't recognize any of them.
Too bad.
Yeah. You know, it's a funny thing. But this knife looks exactly like the one they threw at you the other night. Well, doesn't it?
Yes. Might be the same knife.
I beg your pardon, what is that thing?
A little trinket you men found when they searched the hideout.
You mind laying it down long enough to listen to me?
Oh, of course not. I didn't mean to be rude. It's an interesting piece, and I was trying to trace it. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's all right. Only Charlie dropped a bombshell. And I wanted to watch your face when I sprang it on you.
I'm all face and ears.
Well, he claims you didn't know the 2 men in the hideout. But he did describe a frequent visitor.
Who was it?
Jonas.
Jonas? The Benton butler?
That's right.
Let's get going.
Oh, good evening.
Good evening.
Where's Jonas?
I don't know. Come to think of it, I haven't seen him for several hours. He's probably in his room reading. He spends a lot of time there.
We'll go with the house. I want to check his room.
Have any success this afternoon?
Yes, that's why we want Jonas. Ever see anything like that before?
Why, that's Sun Yat, the god of vengeance. I haven't seen him since we were in China. Where did you get him?
In a room that...
How long since you've seen Jonas?
He was here at lunch.
All right, did you find him?
No, sir, no sign of him.
Oh, so he scrammed, eh? Okay, send out a description on the radio and have him picked up. That settles it.
You mean that Jonas killed Dr. Benton?
Sure, but he won't get far away.
Jonas, I can't believe it.
Look!
Jonas!
Not a fingerprint or anything. I still can't understand how they stuffed him in there without you knowing about it.
I'm sorry, Captain, but my duties take me all over the house. Besides, I was working on those phone subscribers until dinner time.
Yeah, I know. I'm just making noises. This case has got me daffy. Daggers, fingerprints, scrolls, poison. Hello. Yeah, Doc. What? You don't say. All right, you do say then. Okay, thanks. How do you like that? This was stuck in Jonas after he died.
Then what killed him?
The same poison that killed Doc Benton. Well, we're getting no place fast. Well, what do you say, Mastermind? I'm going crazy and you're playing with a doll.
I guess we're both going crazy. We were talking about this god of vengeance, you called it?
Yes, he's a local deity, found among the nomad tribes of the Gobi Desert.
In the same district as the Emperor's tomb?
Yes, as far as I know, that's the only place.
Now, wait a minute, children. I don't want to hear any more about Oriental hocus pocus. All I want to know is who killed Doc Benton and who killed Jonas.
I think maybe we're getting warm. Any report on the two men in the motorboat?
No, the Harbor Patrol hasn't turned up a thing.
Are you desperate?
Am I desperate? You're looking at a man that's got 5 newspapers, a police commissioner, and the whole town around his neck. And he asked me, am I desperate?
I mean desperate enough to try a long shot.
Sure, I'll try anything. What is it?
Get me the Tribune. Mr. Miles. Jimmy Wong calling.
Following the startling announcement that Mason, the missing pilot of the Benton expedition, had been found and the diagnosis of his condition, it was announced that he has been taken to St. Christopher's Hospital and is shortly expected to regain consciousness. The police confidently expect that as soon as he does so, they will obtain valuable information in the Benton murder investigation.
All right, run this wire through the window and connect it up.
If I'm right, the killer will try to prevent Mason from talking. And for tonight, I'm going to be Mason.
But, Jimmy, how can you be sure that Mason's alive?
I can't. But I'm banking on the killer not being sure either.
Then Mason might even be the killer.
That's right.
But, Jimmy...
Oh, there's nothing to worry about. All we're trying to do is get these people out in the open. This microphone will pick up the slightest noise. You and Grady and I'll be listening in, and if any trouble starts, we'll know it as soon as Jimmy. Now, come on, let's let him get to bed.
Promise to yell if anything happens.
I promise.
Then good luck.
Oh, snap out of it. Nothing's gonna happen. The grounds are knee-deep in cops.
Nice detail, eh?
Yeah, Street must be off his nut, us patrolling a joint like this.
Sure, I never seen one of these stakeouts work yet.
Nah.
Everything okay?
Yeah, listen.
This is station WONG signing off. We'll be back later with some interesting disclosures, I hope.
That's good. Keep it tuned there.
Say.
Hey, Grady.
Yeah.
Come on, stay awake. What time is it?
It's 2:30.
You heard anything?
No, not a peep.
Them interns keep the same hours as cops do, don't they?
Yeah.
You'd better give me a couple minutes.
All right.
What's the matter?
Oh, I'm worried.
There's nothing to worry about.
Drop it. Come on, reach. There's something I think will interest you.
So, Fraser, it was you who threw the knife at me.
Sure, we were watching from the garden. It's awfully nice of you to arrange this little party, Mr. Wong. But perhaps I'd better introduce myself. I'm Mason, whom you so rashly decided to impersonate.
I was hoping you'd turn up, particularly after we found the God of Vengeance in your hideout back of Charlie 1's.
Then you can see this gives me a chance to satisfy the little fellow.
You and Fraser were partners, huh?
That's right. But Fraser decided to double-cross me. Tried to kill me and left me for dead in the desert. Fortunately, a wandering tribe picked me up and nursed me back to health.
That's where you got the God of Vengeance. That's why you broke into Fraser's house and searched for the scroll. You knew he had it.
It's a lie.
Oh, no, it isn't, Fraser. And we're going to take you someplace where we can make you talk. I'd have finished him that night, but you interrupted me. Since then, he's been in hiding, but I thought this little trick of yours would smoke him out.
I'm afraid you're going to have a little trouble getting away.
I don't think so. Torino there is our intern. We have an ambulance waiting downstairs.
Hey, Grady.
Yeah.
Haven't you heard anything on that thing?
No, nothing. A few minutes ago, there was just a little click, and then there was all.
A click?
Yeah. Give me that headset.
Take Fraser out. I'll keep Wong busy until you get started.
Come on, Fraser, get moving.
You can't bluff me.
This is no bluff. Move!
Why, it's dead. Something's happened to the wire. I mean, it's dead. I went and fixed the thing. It was all ready when we... All right, break it up. Come on, then. Relax. Come on, get up.
Nice work, Jimmy.
Well, Fraser, you'd better talk now. As soon as I saw the film of the expedition, I felt sure that you had cut it and that the camera had photographed more than you admitted.
Yeah. The reason you killed Doc Benton is because you didn't want him to tell about the oil.
What about Jonas?
He knew that Fraser had stolen the scroll and was working with Mason to try to get it back. Fraser killed him, too.
You are very clever, Mr. Wong, but you still haven't got the scroll, and what's more, you'll never get it. You see, I destroyed it.
Oddly enough, I believe you, Fraser, but you didn't destroy it without photographing it. The scroll itself would have been difficult to dispose of. Besides, the contents are the most important thing. Search him, Captain.
Come on. What am I looking for?
Film. That's probably it.
What's that? That's too small.
The picture's inside. Open it. May I? This is part of China. I think we can trust you to see that it remains so. What do you think, Captain?
Well, I think you're right. Except that I think someone should go along to help. That is, someone who understands the language and, well, the customs. That is, somebody like yourself.
It's a wise man who understands a nod.
Well, come on, come on.
Well, thanks for coming, everybody. I appreciate you being here, and please hit that like and subscribe deal if you can. It helped me out. The trivia question earlier was, what was Bela Lugosi's final film? And the answer is Plan 9 from Outer Space, the classic from Ed Wood, voted on many lists the worst movie ever made. It turns out Ed Wood had shot footage of Bela for a silent film that he never finished. So he inserted some of that footage into Plan 9 from Outer Space. So that was Bela's last film. Anyway, thanks all, and hope you guys have fun out there, and take care.
And now, folks, it's time to say goodnight. We sincerely appreciate your patronage and hope we've succeeded in bringing you an enjoyable evening of entertainment. Please drive home carefully and come back again soon. Good night.